What is, how we doing? How we doing, y'all? It's your boy Breezy Life, and welcome. How we doing, y'all? It's your boy Breezy, and welcome back to Breezy Life. Today, we will be reacting to Moving Out After High School and Gen Z. I'm still living with my parents, so I know how it feels, and it is really hard looking for apartments and shit. So we're gonna get straight into the video. If you new, welcome to the channel, and hit that like button for me. Let's get it.
Look at this amazing house I just got on lease with 5 other roommates. Isn't it so awesome? Anyways, rent is $10,000 a month per person.
10K a month for per
Why can't
person?
things just be the way they used to be? Of course, no. Of course we can't have it how it was back then, how it was back in like the 60s, you can get a job. You can
I
get
wish I
any
was born in the
freaking job
90s.
you want,
I'm
and
still
then you can
blessed.
get a house.
I'm an
You can
03
get a
baby.
nice
03
house.
babies. Say something.
Nowadays, we can't even move out. Can't even move out in today's age because living is unaffordable unless you have a roommate. Because how it used to be, or how it was for all of time up until recently, up until like within the last 2 or 3 years, you used to be able to just turn 18 and then move out of your parents' house, just move away. You can just enjoy life now. You're free. Some people wouldn't do that.
I feel like after COVID, bro, everything went to shit, bro. Everything, y'all.
Parents, kind of like me right now. I mean, but that's the thing. I don't have a choice.
Even he
I
is.
physically cannot afford to move out. Even with the job that I have, even with YouTube right now as well, I physically cannot afford to move out. It's just not feasible. It's not a feasible thing or logical thing for me to do right now because I can't afford it. There's no way. Because I was having a discussion with my dad the other day. For me to cannot afford to move out, it's just not feasible. It's not a feasible thing or logical thing for me to do right now because I can't.
Holy shit. From 2014, bro, to 2014 to 2022. This is not even 2024 on this chart. 9%. It went from like less than 2%, probably like 2%, all the way to God damn.
Can't afford it. There's no way. Because I was having a discussion with my dad the other day. I know. I have a dad. Oh, my fatherless viewers. I'm so sorry. It's okay. I will be that way.
Come on, gang.
But anyways, I was having a discussion with my dad the other day, and he was telling me back in the 90s, you could move out and rent an apartment for $400 a month. An entire apartment.
400?
An entire area.
$400 a month? The average cost today for an apartment is probably like $1,200-$1,300 now. It went from
like an entire living space, literally an entire, pretty much a house, like a whole apartment just for yourself. $400 a month, maybe even at most. What rent would be? It would be about $700. That's when you get like a nice apartment. You move out to a nice area. Nowadays, if you want to move into like your college dorm, just one room, just one little part of a room with 4 different people. Apparently, it can be like $600 to $900 a month for one part of a room with multiple people around you, like. 4 people, maybe 2 or 4 people is a lot more than what it used to be back then. But I mean, of course, that's bound to happen because of inflation and everything. But it's skyrocketed so much now to such an absurd rate to where even buying a house is a lot more difficult now. Because like I said earlier, you can get a job many years ago, maybe not even that many years ago, like 30, 40 years ago. You can get a normal ass job, make like maybe between like $20,000 and $50,000 a year, and you could just buy a house. You can just buy a house in a nice, decent area. Nowadays, even if you make like 50 grand a year, oh, good luck even finding an apartment. It's so crazy. We just can't do anything. Even like just a little tiny room. Let's say you don't want to go to like a college dorm, because like obviously college dorms are just overpriced anyways. Let's say you want to rent a little room. I've been told that just a little room, just a little tiny room by yourself can be like upwards of between $400 to $700 a month. $400 to $700 a month.
Damn.
The exact same price that you
back
would have
in
been
the day
able to rent an entire apartment for yourself for back in the day. And it's not just like, oh, you need to manage your finances.
Hey, y'all. If y'all ever move out, I recommend getting, I don't always recommend, but I recommend getting, fucking, y'all know, fucking roommates. I recommend y'all getting roommates, y'all. It'll save y'all time. And time is money. It'll save you your time and money. Money is time. It'll save you a lot of money. I'm just yapping. What the fuck? I'm sorry, y'all.
correctly in order to be able to do that.
I just said a whole bunch of nothing.
Into like the housing market, into like potentially moving away from your parents, you'll agree with me right now. You'll see that the prices are absolutely insane. It's like rent in my area can go from upwards of $1,500 to $2,000 a month.
Jesus
That's an entire
Christ.
freaking mortgage. That's an entire mortgage. Like we can't win. But it's to say, like, why is this happening? Why? For what reason? Why is the economy just so bad out of nowhere right now? I think there's... Oh, damn. We're really about to get political here. Okay,
Jesus.
so what I think it is, I think there's two reasons why I think this is happening. One, this is pretty out there, but this is just... I'm theorizing. This is just me theorizing what could possibly be the reason. Freaking baby boomers, you know, all the babies that were just like, boom, out of nowhere, just born into existence at this random time. At that time, actually, it was not random, it was kind of like expected to happen. But the baby boomers of that generation, they're all old now. None of them are like our age, you know, like early teens, early 20s, 30s even. Like they're all beyond 50 years old, 50 to 60 years old. Like they're all beyond that now. And typically it's old people that own corporations. And so it's a lot of the baby boomers now, you know, CEOs, COO, you know, like corporate stuff, like a bunch of corporate positions.
Poopy poop everywhere. Poopy everywhere.
I don't know what's going on over there. This shadow, I'm sorry about this shadow. I decided to record this at like the evening time. I mean, you can even see it. I'm getting too distracted here. Okay, so anyways, the point that I'm trying to make is there's been an influx of people not caring about their children lately. Now, I don't mean that it's like, oh, is that because like there's people that are fatherless and teen parents? No. That's not what I mean at all. What I'm saying is it can be summed up with like a meme, you know, how it was many years ago, you know, how our parents were. They would prepare to be parents, like far younger than what they should have been. Like they would prepare to be parents so that they can provide for their children. Nowadays, what you see a lot more of now, it's either like millennials or like baby boomers, Gen X, all these other generations. This is just what I've seen. This is what I've observed so far. It's a lot of pretty much just like, f them kids. I hate kids. Get them out of here. We don't want children. I don't know where that came from. I mean,
our generation do not want kids, but our generation be popping babies like it's left and right. Like right after high school, I know a couple females I know, bro. They been popping. They been popping it. They got kids. I don't want kids. Not right now. I'm too young. I'm trying to take care of myself. I gotta take care of a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, I ain't gonna have to.
of course, you know, children are stinky, poopy buttholes anyways. They're
Yeah, I know.
stinky.
Y'all want to hear that crying? Like, people would be 17, 16, 14, 15, 11, 10.
All of us were children at one point. All of us were very young, obviously. I mean, to some people watching me right now, I'm like a fetus to some of you. It's like, oh my gosh, who's this young ass kid talking right now? This guy's a fetus. But what I'm getting at is, this is a whole cycle. This is a whole cycle right now, like unraveling. I might make another video on this about how it's a lot harder now to grow up, you can say. Like, we can't have our life anymore, it seems like, because, you know, you'd move out at like 18, or not even at 18, you'd move out like between 18 and 25, you know, you'd move out. I mean, you can talk about that movie of Failure to Launch, but that's an entirely different story. That's like, those are more like rare cases, more isolated incidents. How it was, you know, like between 18 and 25, you'd move out. Get a job, you move out on your own. Nowadays, it's get a job, hope that they pay you enough to where inflation won't you over pretty much, and then even then you still cannot rent, you still can't live on your own.
Bro, I know grown ass people
to where you just make so much money, you know? Maybe you're like TikTok,
it's
Shopify,
bad.
Dropship, you make $10,000 a month, you know, good for you. You couldn't live on your own comfortably. Even like 10 or 20 years ago, you could move out and survive off $2,000 a month. Now, of course, I know inflation and everything, like cost of living goes up, but our wages are not going up with it. Like, we can't physically afford anything without assistance. Like, we can't grow up. You know, they always tell you like, oh, be independent. Try not to like rely on everyone or anyone, because, you know, be a man, like grow up. That, you know, that's what they would always tell you, or at least that's what they always told me. But nowadays, it's impossible to really be on your own or be independent, because it's not feasible to rent on your own without somebody else's income as well, like your partner or roommate, multiple roommates.
That's what I talked about earlier.
Like, oh, you know, in my
if you
area,
move out, try to get a good ass friend or teammate.
But even then,
Because,
it's not
bro,
in like a great
it's a
area.
struggle.
Like,
I
sure,
ain't
yeah,
gonna
I
lie.
can move out into like some cheap ghetto area to where someone will get shot like right outside my next door every single night or something like that. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm making something up. Even then, it's like, how come they had it easier? That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, you guys have it so easy now because you have all this technology. Yes, that's true, but I feel like we're not allowed to grow up. Now
We
what
have it
can we
easier,
do
but we
about this?
don't. You feel me? Shit
you can
is
do, like,
harder
what
these
our parents
days.
said to do,
You
like,
feel
oh,
me?
go to college, get a good degree, get a good job. Yeah,
Unpopular opinion, might be a popular opinion. College is a scam. You can learn everything online these days. I swear to God, you can learn everything online, y'all. That's what I'm doing right now. YouTube, nigga, they ain't paying me, but I like doing this shit for fun. I'm doing this for y'all. If y'all made it halfway through, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for me if you new. Appreciate y'all. But we gonna get.
but even then, even with a good salary, it's still difficult to live on our own.
Some
It's
people
almost
go
as
to
if, like,
college
if
just
you
to be a
wanna move
McDonald's
out,
worker.
You need someone else now. Like before, like 10, 20 years ago, it was optional. Like you could move out with roommates to make it easier, but you could still feasibly live on your own, even on just like a normal income. Now that's impossible, pretty much almost now, unless you're like TikTok, Shopify, drop shipping. You are making all this money online, and that's where it's really shifting nowadays. It's more like, why would I put myself through all this suffering,
When people
years of
online is
college,
making
getting
all this
thousands
money.
of dollars into debt just to barely be able to live? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So what does that do? That just incentivizes people to go
To
online,
do other
kind of like
things,
me right
yeah.
now. We didn't have this problem. You wouldn't even be seeing, I don't know, maybe some people would rejoice. Yeah, screw that kid. Get him out of here. But I don't know. I like talking to you guys. I like seeing what you guys have to say about my very out there opinions. There's two reasons why I think this is happening. Oh, I completely forgot to even say my second reason. So, oh God, we're really getting political here. Guys, I think it's Joe Biden's fault. It's all his fault. Get him out of here. Fuck him. Okay, but let me explain what I mean. It's not gonna just be like, oh my gosh, all this political opinions, all this BS.
we get political.
Hold on. Let me explain. Because in my state, I'll tell you guys, it's like, I've even revealed it in other videos, but I live in Florida. So in my state, in my area, you were able, back in 2019, when Mr. J. Trump himself was president. I'm not saying I'm like a Trump supporter or anything. I'm just saying, like, what I've observed. This is just what I've seen with my own eyes. This is just what I've gathered. Back in like 2019, when he was president, like, you know, like from 2016, 2019, 2020, you could say, I guess, gas prices were literally half of what they are now. Because you can go to the gas station and get.
Bro, that's another, bro. When he was president, gas was cheap. It was like $1.80. That was the lowest. I was like, bro, my car take premium. It's a 4-cylinder. It's not a V8. But that shit's still expensive. Like, bro.
Gas would be at the very most, it would be like maybe $1.80, $2 a gallon. But now it's like, if it's below $3,
bro,
that's like, oh my gosh,
bro,
huge win.
Gas is crazy now.
We struck gold. We just won the lottery. Like, we can
Mine
fill
should
up our
be
car
like
for
$4.50.
gas cheaper than $3 a gallon. When 5 years ago, you can do it for $1.80 a gallon. Now, that's not just me being like, oh my gosh, gas, yay, I know, wow, big deal. That's one thing. Okay, but another thing is that it was getting more difficult, but it was still at least feasible. It was still at least a feasible option to move out and rent. But then we have Mr. Sleepy Joe himself. We have Mr. Biden. Of course, okay, I have to specify, I'm neutral on this. I'm simply just stating what I've observed over the years, okay? What we've seen from him, it's just been fucking up the economy, basically. Because now it's like, ever since he went into office, this is just what I've seen. When he went into office, things started to go downhill very fast. Like,
Super
shit hit
quick.
the fan, you can say. Inflation skyrocketed. It was like, oh, it's at 8%. This is record breaking. Oh, actually, psych. Just went up to 9%. Oh my god, it might even go up to 10. I don't know. It probably is. I just don't know about it. Last I heard, it was at 9%. That's where we're hearing like all this stuff. Like, it's almost impossible to eat out anymore because it's so much more expensive.
I eat out every day.
I'm lucky
That
to be
shit
in a
good.
position that I am right now, to
Cane's,
where
Five Guys,
I can
shit,
comfortably live with my
Wingstop.
parents. But I'm aware that I'm very lucky.
Type
But some
shit.
people, they don't have that luxury. They don't have that option because maybe they lived in an abusive household and they didn't have a choice but to move out, or else it would have just been chaos or a literal hell to live in. And I've seen that too. Like, I've seen some of your guys' comments, and I'm just there reading it like, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful to be in the position that I'm in now. But overall, it seems like the only way out is through online money, through online income. You gotta like sell stuff. Like,
That's
oh my
what I'm trying
gosh,
to do.
scam salesman. Oh my god, he's gonna sell us something. No. I mean, I literally don't have anything to sell. I mean, unless you consider like my YouTube membership a thing, but even then, it's like $3 a month if you want to like give me that extra little support, which I don't know why you will. And if you want to, then I really appreciate that. But I'm really just like everyone else, you know, I'm just navigating life, you know, as you would, as anyone would. But navigating life in the generation that we live in now, the times that we live in now, it's like it makes me question, will it ever go back to the way it used to be? Like, will we ever have the same luxuries that our parents used to have? Because you see all these stories now of teachers, of like these teachers' kids, they grow up and then they become teachers, but their salary is so unlivable that
I'm 27 years old now. I had a full-time job. I worked really hard to get here. I have a college degree, everything like
People be having
that. I'm
full,
financially
like-
responsible, and in 1
She
month,
probably came in
I'm
for
gonna
shit.
have to move out of my apartment because I can no longer afford.
they pretty much have to rely on someone else, is what I said earlier. But that's not even like just teachers, that's literally everyone. Unless you're just
It's bad
making
out
so
here,
much
yo.
money, then it doesn't matter for you. But for the rest of us, it's really just, it's difficult.
Sucks.
Because the current
It sucks.
generation
It
of
do.
teachers, the teachers working now, their parents were able to comfortably live off of each other's incomes. But now it just seems like that's not a thing anymore. It's like, what can we do? I feel like the only thing we can do is really just be online or suffer through college to hopefully get a good career. It's like, what can we do anymore? It's like, why can't things be the same as what they used to be?
All right, y'all. That's the end of the video, and I want y'all to let me know in the comments how y'all feel about it. What's y'all situation? My situation, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm living with my parents right now. My mom. I'm living with my mom right now, and I'm trying to move out before. I'm trying to move on the next half of year for real. But like it is hard. It is hard. The economy is crazy, y'all. You just gotta save up, work, and just get through it like the rest of us. But I appreciate y'all watching. If you watched all the way through, hit that like button. My goal is let's get 15 likes on this video, and I should have this. You should be seeing this video either Monday or Tuesday, and I should have 2 or 3 more videos coming this week. I appreciate all the support, and let's get it.